Hello and welcome, I'm DDF Racer, and today I'm going to be having a look at the brand new Formula 1 circuit in Madrid. Now obviously this place doesn't actually exist in reality yet, but remarkably, someone called Nukedrop has already made it for Assetto Corsa. It's based on the very limited information that we have available so far, so it's not a final representation of what the track's going to be, but it's definitely enough to give us a rough idea of what to expect when Formula 1 moves in a couple of years. So let's have a look at Hotlap, shall we? Okay, so on to the start-finish straight, and it's a very short start-finish straight here, hardly time to get up to 7th gear, already hard on the brakes for the first chicane, 3rd gear, chuck it in left, you want to compromise it to get the right-hander nailed, because you immediately full throttle all the way up this straight towards turn 3, keep it to the right-hand side, the road kinks around very slightly uphill, incredibly flat-out section here, so fast, knock it down to 7th, and keep going. Up the hill again, keep it to the left, down to 4th, over the blind crest, but immediately back on the power left through the compression, and once again flat out. And this is probably the most exciting corner on the circuit. Absolutely flat out 7th gear corner, banked. Very reminiscent of Abu Dhabi, but the other way round. And then keep it to the right, brake again, it's another blind crest, you've got 3rd gear to the left, over the top, whoa, a bit of oppo there, flat out kink to the right, keep it to the right again, and almost flat out here, but get ready to get hard on the brakes, down to 3rd gear, 90-degree right, under the bridge for the 2nd time, keep it to the right, and this is almost flat out, but you need to compromise it, because you're immediately going to the right-hand side, flat out again, run it over to the left, diagonal it to the right, look for the braking marker, slowest corner on the circuit, down to 2nd gear, tight hairpin left, which then immediately cuts back to the right, 90 right, 4th gear, nice and wide on exit. Short sprint towards the final corner, brake just after the curbs, down to 3rd, chuck it in, and on the power, that is a lap at Madrid. We're going to get across the line for a 1 minute 28.998. Now, I don't know about you, but for me personally, that felt a lot better than I was expecting. Going off the circuit map, it looks like it's really slow and twisty and there's no straights. It's chock full of 90-degree corners, but actually driving around the track, it really surprised me how fast this layout is, and also the elevation changes as well. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be 100% accurate to what the final circuit's going to be like, but all of the roads are based on top of the Google Earth elevation data, so this is pretty much as close as it gets without landscaping the area. There's some really impressive blind apexes, and that flat-out sweeper as well is just incredible. Massive Abu Dhabi and Jeddah vibes with that one, which kind of makes sense to be honest, because obviously this is a 50-50 split between a street circuit and a purpose-built facility, with that flat-out corner being one of the purpose-built sections. I imagine the runoff will be slightly different as well. There'll be safer barriers, Tech Pro, bit of runoff on the outside there. It does seem a bit odd to hem the corner in if you do have the ability to design it from scratch. And obviously there's a little bit of runoff at Jeddah, so we'll see what they'll do with that. But yeah, to drive at least, I actually really enjoyed that. I was not expecting to be having such a smile on my face after that stint. And the lap time's obviously going to be a lot slower as well once they tighten up some of the apexes. I think I was a bit liberal with the track limits on a few of the chicanes there, and no doubt certain sections of the track are going to be narrower and bumpier as well. I doubt they're going to keep that almost flat-out section under the first tunnel. That 7th gear left, that little flick after the first back straight, there's no way they're going to keep that. That's just way too fast. In terms of overtaking though, there's a few kind of opportunities around the lap. There's nothing really that stands out. You haven't got your traditional long straight into a braking zone. The most you've got really is a medium straight into a chicane, and then all the other longer straights are followed by kind of high-speed corners. If I had to sum it up, then it's definitely a circuit that the drivers will enjoy, which is not something I thought I'd be saying at the start of this video. However, the quality of the racing remains to be seen, but I'm not overly hopeful of an action-packed race. But all in all, yeah, pleasantly surprised by that. It's very early days though, so once a few more plans come out, once we get a bit more of an idea, no doubt Nukedrop, the guy who made this circuit for Assetto Corsa, will be refining this version of the track and releasing it to everyone to have a drive themselves in Assetto Corsa. Speaking of which, if you want to give it a go as it is right now, the link for this track is down in the video description. It's available on Race Department, and if you want to support the track creator Nukedrop, then I'd strongly recommend checking out his Patreon page as well. There's a link to that down in the description too. Fun fact, he is also the guy who recently made my circuit Thermalito for Assetto Corsa. Link on top of the screen if you want to check that out right now. So I might be a little bit biased, but to get this thing turned around in I think less than 48 hours from announcement it's pretty impressive work. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it gives you a little bit of an idea of what to expect when Formula 1 turns up in a couple of years. If you did, Don't forget to leave the video a like, share your thoughts in the comments, especially what do you think of this circuit, and also subscribe to see more sim racing and Assetto Corsa content. Thanks for watching, take care of yourself, and I'll see you again soon.